You too. What's up? My mind's still going. My mind's still thinking. My mind's still doing all the kinds of other stuff, but resting on this video game stuff because that's what I do. That's what I like, and I want to talk about something that popped up in my mind. Um, I'm arguing with a friend. So of course, I play games. I got friends who play games. So I talk gaming a lot with these fools, and a lot of times, man. A lot of times they either don't make no sense, or we on two different pages, or they don't listen. They don't listen well. So you know, with that being said, I was talking to one of my friends who don't really listen too well. He's not really. He just he's really fixated on getting his point across rather than listening to reason. But I gotta remember, I gotta tell myself, like, we on two different pages, so why in the fuck are we talking? And that's just honest to God truth. Like, why are we talking? We on two different pages. So he comes from the angle of he's a console gamer. Now listen to this. Listen. He's a console gamer, but it's all about power. He's not satisfied with power. You know what I mean? For the most part, it's power first and then the games. If a good smash hit game come out, the first thing he's going to ask is, how is it running? And from that angle, I can't do nothing with that. I can't do nothing with that because that's not my angle that I'm coming from. It's all about the games. When it comes to me, it's all about the games, all about them. I don't just buy a game console when a new one come out, ditch the old console because the old console is irrelevant. No, I still find value in the games in the games. I still got PS2, original Xbox. I still have a PS3, and when I get the PS5, I'm gonna keep the PS4. All of them. I got two PS4s. I'm keeping them both. Why? I find value in them, and I will play them because it's about the games at the end of the day. The games. It ain't about the power. Don't get me wrong. Power is important. I like to see steps in upward movement when it comes to technology. I want games to look better and play better and all that. Don't get me wrong. I do. It's important, but it's not the end all be all with me. It's not. And one of the biggest debates that we've had constantly since the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X was power, power, power. I'm getting this game because this game, multiplats. I'm getting this game because this game looks better on the Xbox One X. I'm going to get it because the game looked better. You know what I'm saying? And for those type of people, that's great. That's what you're after. If you want the best looking multiplats, by all means. And that should tell you right there that it's about the power and not even capabilities, but the power. It's about how good can the games look and run over the actual games themselves. You know what I'm saying? Now, I have a PS4 Pro and I have an Xbox One X. I've seen there's certain games that I play because if I want to play with friends, I got to get both. I have to get two copies. So I have to get two copies of Madden. I have to get two copies of Call of Duty. I have to get two copies of Metal Gear. Two copies of you get my drift. You get it. So, and this ain't new. This has been going on since the 7th generation when I had Xbox 360 and PS3. I know friends who told me they had bought two versions of each game because they want to play with their friends. That's how I was. And I slowed down. I'm still like that, but I slowed down considerably. The only game I would get twice is probably Madden. But other than that, I don't do that as much as I used to anymore. But with that being said, playing both of those games, from the Xbox 360 and PS3 to the PS4 and the Xbox One, PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, I saw Minimal difference. Minimal. Minimal. Do I see a difference? Yeah. Hell yeah. I do see a difference in the games, but they're not like night and day. It's nothing like that. Between the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, there's not a night and day difference with any of them. And that's what I expected when I got the Xbox One X. When I got the Xbox One X, I was expecting night and day differences. I mean, on paper, the spec sheet, you're looking like, yeah, 6 teraflops, faster CPU and running at 2.3 gig. What? No, 2. It was fast. The CPU was faster on the Xbox One X than the PS4. It's got more RAM in the Xbox. So I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm going to see, this is, my mindset is like, hey, I'm going to see better particle effects. It's going to be prettier graphics overall. Draw distance will be further. I'm seeing all of this stuff all of that stuff coming together would make a world of a difference in. But no, you know what? I gotta verify which one is better looking by looking at a Digital Foundry video, zooming up 300% to tell the difference between those two consoles. And it's like, if I gotta do all of that, if I gotta look at Candyland videos, Digital Foundry videos, there's some other comparison channels out there. Digital Foundry is not a comparison channel, but I look at other comparison channels just so I can see the difference. And you got to zoom 300%. Now, given I understand that they probably zooming it 300% because of the format or the device that we're looking at looking at it on to be able to tell the difference. But still, to have to zoom 300% to tell the difference between those two games, or the differences between those two is asinine, bro. It's no, especially for somebody like me who's after the games, you know? Don't get me wrong, I do want the prettier bells and whistles. I do. If it's available and it's a big enough difference, yeah. Yeah, I do. But not when when you got games that's running at 1600p versus 1900p. You know what I mean? Some games that's running on the Xbox One X, they push it at all the way 4K, but the frame rate is struggling because they trying to pixel push. These developers trying to pixel push and make the game look prettier, but it's taking a hit on that CPU. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking it. If power's your thing, cool. If multi-platform games is your thing, cool. I'm not knocking it, but that's not necessarily me. I don't need two game systems that one runs multi-platform games and then the other one runs, the same multi-platform games. Plus I get the exclusives too. There's no need to have two consoles. There's no need. So, long story short, man, when it comes to the differences between these two systems, is not no night and day. It's just not. Even back with the PS2 and the original Xbox, there was, again, tons of multiplats that was on both systems. Madden's, those third-party games. And there was no difference. There was like no difference in a lot of that. So there's like little incentive to buy a console that's going to run the same games as the other one. You know what I mean? It's just no incentive for me. Put it like that. For me, there's no incentive. And it's going to be more the same with the Xbox Series X and the PS5. It's going to be more, you're going to have the more multi-platform games that's going to probably look better than the PS5, but not substantially better where, you're going to see that night and day difference. No, it's not going to be like that. It never has been. And historically, well, besides the original Xbox One and the Xbox 360, historically, I can't even say that because that's 2 out of the 4. I was going to say Xbox have had more powerful consoles, but that's not the case because the PS3 was more powerful than the Xbox 360. We could argue cell architecture and that weak NVIDIA GPU inside of that PS3. We can argue that all day, but on paper and what you've seen with the games, the PS3 was downright destroying the Xbox in terms of graphics and capability. I mean, you saw what was done on Uncharted 2, 3, what Naughty Dog did Last of Us 1. You seen that. And it's like, man, there's no way in hell those games could run on an Xbox 360. Those games cannot run on an Xbox 360. It'll blow the damn thing up. It will blow it up. Like I said, it's the hardware inside of the original Xbox was actually substantially more powerful than the PS2. Substantially. And you would think that kind of power would make up, for coming out after Sony and everything else. And I mean, I guess it did well for the time it was on. It was only on the market 3 years before they jumped right into the Xbox 360. They abandoned that real quick. Hell, if I bought an Xbox original, I'd be mad as hell. They come right out, right back out with an Xbox 360. But I get it. I know why they did it. They tried to get to the market first before Sony, and I get it. I understand that. But again, not to veer off track, the Xbox, PlayStation debacle, multi-platform games has been more identical than they have been not. They have always been the same, essentially. Don't get me wrong. If you pixel peep and you zoom up, you might see a difference. You might. I'm going to tell you something else. People trip on not the native 4K and the checkerboard. You can't tell the difference. I don't care. I don't believe it. You tell me you could tell the difference with the naked eye between checkerboard, a checkerboard game like Horizon Zero Dawn and a game that's native 4K. You couldn't tell the difference in the resolutions. You couldn't. Even Digital Foundry can't tell. People trip on, yeah, it's not 4K because it's running at checkerboard. So what? So what? It's displaying a 4K image on my TV screen. No matter how it's done, it's done. And that's how I'm looking at it, because I'm looking at it from a game standpoint. I'm not looking at it for the technical stuff. Well, one of my dudes tell me he could tell the difference between native 4K and a checkerboard. He's a damn lie. He wearing glasses like me. If he need glasses, there ain't no way in hell he could tell the difference between a native checkerboard. He can't. I go on for days about this stuff. Multiplats. If you want to boast about 15% more power and all, then by all means, man, whatever helps you feel better about your investment. If you feel better about knowing that your platform or your game system is more capable to run multiplats better, then, more power to you. I ain't gonna argue with you. Because, again, we on two different. Now, we could debate games all day. If we talking games and you want to debate, let's do it. But if you talking power and I'm talking games, there's no conversation here. There's nothing, you know what I mean? We can't talk. We literally cannot talk. We're on two different pages. I had to share my thoughts on this because there's a lot of rumblings going around. People was just, parading 13 teraflops and all of this stuff. And it's not that big of a deal, bro, when we talking games, man. We talking games. You understand? And seriously, if you talking specs and all of that stuff, man, get a PC. Go to PC. If power means more to you than the games, go to PC. I don't want to hear because I'm a console gamer, and I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that garbage. You just go over to PC. You're wasting everybody's time. We here for the games. I'm here for the games. Everybody that's following my channel is here for the games, man. That's what we're here for. It's the games. Shit. Again, man, wrong. I know I think probably said this 2 or 3 times, but I'm really out this time. I'm really gone. If you like the video, smash that like button, man. Smash the like button. Leave a comment in the comment section. Holler at me on Twitter. And all that stuff. Rome, and I'm gone.